Hello, a warm namaskar to each one of you. Thank you, Bhav Institute, and my dear friend Nachiket and Chanakya AI for inviting me to address all these young entrepreneurs who will be successful businessmen and women in the future. It's an opportunity to share Chanakya's thoughts for entrepreneurship. When we look at the journey of an entrepreneur, it's not going to be easy. So let me give you a warning here. It's not going to be easy. Yet the results are going to make you very happy. The results in the long term are going to make you very happy. So today I'm going to actually prepare you for the long journey and make sure you're successful and happy towards the end using, of course, Chanakya's principles of leadership and entrepreneurship. Before I start, I will actually start with a quote which is my favorite quote on entrepreneurship. There was a successful businessman, very successful. So he was interviewed. Like today, we have a lot of podcasts happening, and a lot of successful people come on the podcast. So, interviewer asked him, "Sir, you became successful overnight. What's the secret of your success? You became successful overnight. What's the secret of your success?" He said, "Yes, I became successful overnight, but the night was too long." So many of us see the success, the glamour, the name, fame, and of course, the awards that follow the success of an entrepreneur. Yet, many of us do not understand that it's been a journey of lot of struggles. Of course, every entrepreneur struggle is different from each other. Yet, struggles are there, but at the end of it, it's very satisfying. So, where does Chanakya and of course Chanakya AI come in? I'm sure all of you have already got an idea about Chanakya AI, and I'm sure you use this for incubating and making your strategic plans to make a successful business. Today, what I'll do is speak about that Chanakya who lived 2400 years ago and how his ideas can help you to become an entrepreneur in a comparatively less time. So if somebody takes 20 years, I say don't wait for 20 years. Using Chanakya's principle, probably you will become successful in 2 to 5 years. So we are reducing the time span. I'm sure all of you must have heard about Chanakya. He lived in the 4th century BC, roughly 2400 years ago, and he was known for lot of things that he did, right from strategy to defeat Alexander to create Chandragupta Maurya as a leader and emperor of India, even training Ashoka, and very popularly known as a teacher who wrote two very prominent books, the Kautilya's Arthashastra and Chanakya Niti. I would suggest all the entrepreneurs over here to kindly read these books. And of course, personally, I've written almost 24 books on Chanakya. So you can read these books and your mind will change with not just a positive approach, but also a very practical approach to make a roadmap to become a successful entrepreneur. In today's address, I'm going to be focusing on 3 points that an entrepreneur should know to become successful. Yeah, 3 points. Because such a big journey, and I'm sure with Chanakya AI, you'll be able to understand a lot more than the address that I'm giving today. But to inspire you to use and study Chanakya, I would focus on three key takeaways. The first quality of being a great entrepreneur is to think like a leader. Yes, to think like a leader. Yes, leadership is a very important quality of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur has got the spirit, yeah, and the dynamism to face every challenge. As I told in the beginning, it's not going to be very easy for everyone to become an entrepreneur. Yet, everybody can become an entrepreneur if he or she starts developing those leadership qualities. So, if you take a modern day example, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Yeah, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was a great leader, and one of the titles given to him is Srimanta Yogi. If you look at these two words, the Sanskrit or the Marathi word, Srimanta means very wealthy, yet detached, is a yogi also. So it's very important that all of you should create wealth, become Srimanta, yet you should also be detached. A lot of people don't understand the difference between ambition and greed of an entrepreneur. You have to be ambitious, you have to be positive, you should have the spirit of dynamism. Yet you cannot be greedy because greed can actually destroy you. And that's why yogi is a spiritual quality. Chanakya calls a great leader as Raja Rishi. Two words again, Raja plus Rishi. So if you're a Raja or a Rani of your business or entrepreneurship venture, you also have to think like a Rishi. Who is a Rishi? A Rishi is a thinker. He or she thinks and thinks very strategically also. So a leader should be strategic in nature, spiritual in nature also. Therefore, Chanakya's leadership is very important. So all entrepreneurs should be actually thinking about being a great role model leader. So that's the first point. Think like a leader. Second point, understand wealth creation and what we call as economics. Wealth creation and economics is what Artha Shastra is all about. Chanakya wrote Kautilya's Artha Shastra. And anybody who's an entrepreneur should be a wealth creator, job creator, knowledge creator, and definitely a person who serves the society. So, creativity, innovation should also lead to wealth creation. A leader who does not understand economics is not a great leader. But if you only focus on economics, that is also not right. Because as Chanakya very aptly says, Artha eva pradhanaha. Very important to understand economics or Artha Vyavastha. As a business leader, you have to create wealth, pay salaries on time, pay your vendors and suppliers. You also have to make sure you pay your taxes on time. Please understand, don't evade taxes, but plan your taxes. Yeah, tax planning is required, but tax evasion is a crime. So be a wealth creator who contributes to nation building. So it's important that we all understand economic side of creating an entrepreneur's journey or a business journey. So that's the second point. Think like a leader and understand economics. Third point, and that's very important in our generation, specifically, we have to think about collaborative leadership. Yeah, the word is collaboration. And Chanakya says, Mitra Sambandha. Mitra means friends. So, as a leader, many people think it's a lonely journey. It is not a lonely journey if you have the attitude of collaboration. Friends, today's generation is not about being a one man show or a one woman show. It's about teamwork, it's about taking people along. Many of you may have co founders with you. So, you have to make sure the co founders, the partners, all of us work together. Today, we find in every field, it's all about collaborative effort. And we call it in the management field as synergy. Yeah, synergy. Even Chanakya Saptanga model, which is Swami Amatya Janapada Durga Kosha Danda Mitra. For the success of a kingdom, even a Mitra is required. So a leader has to have another leader with whom or he or she collaborates. So the more collaborative approach you have, the better leader you will become. So friends, it's important to know today is a generation where we collaborate, we associate, and become successful together. This year, 2025, is a very interesting year. According to social scientists, the generation beta has already arrived. So, what do you mean by generation beta? The children born from January 2025, we are already in Feb right now, and from January 2025 till December 2035, 35, I think, 15 years, yeah, or 34. So for the next 15 years, the generation that will be born will be called as Generation Beta. Now, what is unique about this generation? Number one, as all of you know, they are born with technology. They will be living as global citizens with the internet and mobile connectivity that they have. There will no difference. There will be no difference between a child born in Australia or South Africa or India or US or Middle East, any country in the world. So they will have friends globally. But what's important is that they will have two more interesting qualities which is unique to them, which the previous generation did not have. The first quality, they will be actually working together in a collaborative way. Yeah, they'll be working together in a collaborative way. So it's important to know that they will be natural collaborators. Maybe our generation has to get used to the quality of collaboration, but for them it will be collaborative leadership. So we have to study that. The second important thing, they will be more philosophical and spiritual in nature compared to the previous generation. Why do I say they're going to be more in the nature of philosophy and spirituality? Because they will be having different challenges like mental health issues, climate change, ESG, environment, sustainability, governance, etc. etc. Now, what's important is that they will not have problems like the previous generation. As we say in the governance field, roti, kapada, makan. They will not be worried about the basics. They will be born in abundance. Yet, they will ask the fundamental questions of life, philosophical questions. So, are we ready to actually have them as a part of a team? Think about all of you who will be entrepreneurs. When you build your team, maybe after 10, 15 years, you'll have these people joining your team, working as employees, vendors, suppliers, and you have to answer their not only professional questions, but also philosophical questions. And therefore, it's important that all entrepreneurs also become philosophers. I repeat, all entrepreneurs should also become philosophers. Of course, there is one angle of businessman or businesswoman in you. But can you think like a rishi, a thinker, a philosopher, a spiritual leader? It's going to be very important. Otherwise, they will not connect to you. Therefore, I will like to summarize what I said in three words again. All of you from a Chanakya angle should know these three important qualities. First is an entrepreneur is a leader. Second, an entrepreneur has to be a wealth creator, therefore understand economics. And the third part is collaboration. I can go on and on and on, but time is limited. I would suggest all of you to actually study Chanakya's wisdom, apply in an entrepreneurship journey, and also not just professional but also personal journey, so that end of it everybody will be healthy, wealthy, and truly happy. Once again, I like to thank Bhav Institute and Nachiket Deshpande, my dear friend, was created Chanakya AI. And I'm sure all of us together, including me, will be happy to see each other together successful. So, with that, together we all should help each other to become successful. With that, I like to thank once again for organizers for inviting me on this particular talk to address all of you online. Unfortunately, physically I could not be there, but maybe in the future we'll create an opportunity. Thank you so much. Have a great entrepreneurial journey.